We shall continue with mutagenic agent. Agent which causes mutation are called as mutagenic agent. Okay, so we shall start with the factor which causes genetic mutation are called as mutagenic agent or mutagens. Mutagens are of two types. One is physical, the other one is chemical. Muller was the first to find the physical mutagen, that is making mutation in the case of Drosophila. Okay, so we shall see the examples for physical mutagens, then you will understand what is physical mutagen. So the mutation can be brought about by increase in temperature and radiation. Okay, so radiation can be X-ray, gamma ray, alpha ray, beta ray, neutron, cosmic rays, etc. So increase in temperature can also increase the rate of mutation, because the rise in temperature may break the hydrogen bond that is found in between DNA nucleotides. Okay, so that results in the mutation. That is about temperature acting as mutagen, and radiations like X-ray, gamma ray, alpha rays can bring about the mutation. Radiation, electromagnetic spectrum that contains the shorter wavelength. Okay, so they will have the shorter and longer wavelength. They will have the effect on the DNA. They are classified as ionizing radiation and non-ionizing radiation. Ionizing radiation are short wavelength and they carry enough a higher energy to ionize electron. Okay, ionization, that is splitting up of electron occurs. So the splitting up of electron occurs from an atom. X-ray, gamma ray, alpha ray, beta ray, cosmic rays, they break the chromosome. They cause chromosomal mutation. UV rays have longer wavelength, they carry low energy. When it is longer wavelength, they carry low energy. Shorter wavelength, they carry higher energy. Okay, so they have lower penetrating power than the ionizing radiation. It is used to treat unicellular microorganisms spores, pollen grains which possess nuclei on the near surface membrane. Okay, sometimes they can also be used to induce mutation. What is inducing? We are artificially creating mutation. That is what is called as induced mutation. Now we are going to learn about the example. Charbati sonora. It is a mutant variety of wheat. It is developed from Mexican variety Sonora 64 by irradiating gamma rays. Do you follow? Sonora 64 variety of wheat we have to take. Then we have to irradiate. That is, you are subjecting it to radiation. You are keeping all the seeds and you are showing radiation on top of the seed. What seed you are showing the radiation? On Sonora 64 seed you are going to show the radiation. Okay, what radiation you are showing? Gamma rays. Do you follow? So Mexican variety Sonora 64, we are showing gamma radiation so that it forms Charbati sonora variety. Okay, it was done by M.S. Swaminathan. He is the father of Indian Green Revolution. Castor aruna is a mutant variety of castor. Okay, it is developed by treatment of seeds with thermal neutrons in order to induce very early maturity. Why we want early maturity of the plant? For the production of seeds. Okay, so how early it is? Instead of 270 days, the plant gets matured in 120 days itself. Okay, so this is one variety of the mutant. Next we have chemical mutagen. Chemicals induce mutation. Okay, so the chemical agents which bring about mutation are called as the chemical mutagens, that we shall see here. Some chemical mutagens are mustard gas, nitrous acid, ethyl and methane sulfonate, ethyl sulfonate and methyl methane sulfonate, and EMS, that is how it is given here. Follow EMS, ethyl methane sulfonate, MMS, methyl methane sulfonate. Okay, so then ethyl, urethane, manganese salt, formaldehyde, eosin, anthracene. So these are all the chemical names which bring about the mutation. This is one of the important questions. These are all the chemical mutagens, names of the chemicals. Okay, so then example, nitrous oxide alters nitrogen base of DNA, disturbs the process of replication and transcription, that leads to the formation of incomplete or defective polypeptide. What is polypeptide? Polypeptide is nothing but protein. Proteins are nothing but hormones and enzymes. Once it is defective, it will not produce proper hormone or it will not produce proper enzyme, which in turn will affect our body. Follow? So defective polypeptide, what does the word mean? Defective protein. Defective protein is nothing but the enzymes and hormone. Okay, so during translation it is given here. What is translation? During protein synthesis, DNA gives a copy of its codes to mRNA, that is called as transcription. From mRNA, protein is formed by accumulation of amino acid, that is what is called as translation. Co-mutagen, the compounds which are not having own mutagenic property. They are not mutagenic by itself, but it enhances. What is enhances? Increases or it helps in, okay, increases the effect of the mutagen. It is called as co-mutagen. Example, ascorbic acid increases the damage caused by hydrogen peroxide. So, hydrogen peroxide is a mutagen. It is enhanced, increased by ascorbic acid, that is called as co-mutagen. Caffeine increases the toxicity of methotrexate. Okay, so methotrexate is a mutagen and it is getting increased by caffeine. Okay, so far we have learnt about the mutagenic agent. There are of two types, physical and chemical. Now we shall learn about chromosomal mutation. The genome can be modified on a large scale by altering the chromosome structure or by changing the number of chromosomes in the cell. This large scale variation is termed as chromosomal mutation or chromosomal aberration. Follow? Chromosomal mutation or chromosomal aberration. Gene mutations are the changes that take place within the gene, whereas chromosomal mutations are changes to a chromosome region. It consists of many genes. It can be detected by microscopic examination. So how can you detect the chromosomal aberration? Okay, it can be detected with the help of microscopic examination, genetic analysis, or by both. Okay, gene mutations are never be detectable by microscope. This is important for 1 mark question. Gene mutation we cannot detect microscopically, but chromosomal mutation we can detect it by microscopic method. Okay, this is important for 1 mark question. Chromosomal mutations are divided into two groups: changes in chromosome number and changes in the chromosome structure. So that can be learnt with the help of this flowchart first. So this is easy to observe and easy to understand also. Ploidy. So increase in number. Okay. So aneuploidy. Under aneuploidy we have two types of aneuploidy, that is hyperploidy and hypoploidy. Under hypoploidy, trisomy. Here 2n is normal, along with that one more chromosome is present. Okay, double trisomy, 2n plus 1, 2 more chromosome. Tetrasomy, you have 2n plus 2 chromosomes. Then you have double tetrasomy, 2n plus 2 plus 2. Pentasomy, 2n plus 3. So based on the number of chromosomes increased, they are differentially named. Hypopolyploidy, you have monosomy, 2n minus 1. Double monosomy, 2n minus 1, again minus 1. Nullisomy, 2n minus 2. Double nullisomy, 2n minus 2 minus 2. Do you follow? So these are the conditions that we will learn in detail. Then you should understand the terms here. Haploidy, 1n, that is found usually in the gamete condition. Then diploidy, 2n. Polyploidy, 2n plus n plus n. Okay, that polyploidy can be of autopolyploidy and allopolyploidy. Then autopolyploidy can be autotriploid or autotetraploid. These conditions we will learn in detail now. So as we have learned that change in number of chromosomes. Okay, each of the living organism possesses fixed number of chromosomes. It varies in different species. So even though some species of plants and animals are having identical number of chromosomes, they will not be similar. Hence, number of chromosomes will not differentiate the character of the species from one another, but the nature of the genetic material. So what is said here? Number of chromosome does not determine our character. It is based on the genetic material that determines our character. Some of the chromosome numbers of somatic cells are changed due to addition and elimination of individual chromosome. Okay, this condition is known as numerical chromosomal aberration or ploidy. There are two types of ploidy, aneuploidy and euploidy. Aneuploidy is a condition which diploid number is altered either by addition or deletion. Diploid number is altered. Okay, so of one or more chromosomes. Organism shows aneuploidy are called as aneuploids or heteroploids. Question can be asked with this term. What are heteroploids? Follow. It is of two types. Hyperpolyploidy. So addition of one or more chromosomes to diploid set is called hyperploidy. Diploid set of chromosomes represent a disomy. Hyperpolyploidy can be divided into three types. Trisomy, that is addition of single chromosome to the diploid set. Okay, so you can see such condition in Datura stomanium, but later it was reported Nicotiana, Pisum sativum, Onothera. Sometimes addition of two individual chromosomes form different chromosomal pairs. Okay, that is called as a double trisomy. Tetrasomy is a condition where addition of pair or two individual pairs of chromosome to the diploid set is called tetrasomy. Okay, so what is the difference between 1 and 2? Addition of 1 is the chromosome 1 plus 1 is 1 plus 1 is different from 2. Follow? 2n plus 1 plus 1. If it is said this is different chromosome, this is different chromosome. If it is going to be 2n plus 2, these two are similar chromosomes. Do you follow? That is the difference between these two conditions. Okay, so next we have seen this flow chart. So pentasomy, the condition where 2n plus 3 occurs, and hypopolyploidy 2n minus 1, and 2n minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 forms triple monosomy, and nullisomy 2n minus 2. So you know the difference between 2n minus 1 and 2n minus 2. Then euploidy. Euploidy is a condition where organism possess one or more basic sets of chromosome. Do you follow? It is whole set of the chromosome. It is not number of chromosome. That is what we call it as euploidy. Okay. So the haploidy is a condition where n chromosome is present, and you have the condition called as the hexaploidy where 6 X chromosomes are present, and therefore haploid diploid conditions came regularly one after the other. The same number of chromosome is maintained generation after generation. Do you follow? Due to gametogenesis, haploid condition is formed, so that we have diploid condition as a normal individual. Okay, sometimes polyploidy is a condition where an organism possesses more than 2 basic set of chromosomes. Here we have seen how the same number of chromosome is maintained, that you already know. By the process of meiosis, haploid gametes are formed. Here polyploid condition where the organism possesses more than 2 basic sets of chromosome. There is a difference between sets of chromosome and a chromosome. Okay, when there are 3 or 4, 5 6 basic sets of chromosomes, they are called as triploidy, tetraploidy, pentaploidy, hexaploidy. Okay, so polyploidy is very common in plants, but it is very rare in animals. An increase in number of chromosome sets has been an important factor in origin of new plant species. So in turn it helps in evolution. Okay, so autopolyploidy organism which possess more than 2 haploid sets of chromosomes derived within the same species is called as autopolyploidy. It is again divided into autotriploid, where the 3 sets of own genome is being present, that is called as autotriploid. Okay, autotetraploid, it is they can be produced artificially by crossing between autotetraploid and diploid species. Okay, they are highly sterile due to defective gamete formation. So gamete formation is not proper. The cultivated banana are usually triploid or seedless. Okay, usually when we go in for triploid condition, they become seedless. As you know, seeds form the next generation. Okay, once the seed is not produced, the plant is named as sterile plant. That is how we are getting the plant by the triploid condition. Autotetraploid, 4 copies of its own genome. They may induce by doubling the chromosome of diploid species. Allopolyploidy is a condition that we will learn in detail here, and this is important. Allopolyploidy, an organism possesses more than 2 or more basic sets of chromosomes. Then you call it as allopolyploidy. Okay, so here there is a condition, the cross between the Raphanus and Brassica, the 18 number of chromosomes. The hybrid is seen to have the sterile hybrid. Okay, and sometimes you have Amphidiploid condition, where we have 4x condition, that will be fertile. That is what we are going to learn in detail now. See, Raphana brassica, so where the experiment is done by Russian geneticist. He has crossed radish and cabbage. The F1 hybrid produced was sterile. When double the chromosome of F1 hybrid, he got it fertile. Okay, so F1 hybrids, once they double the number of chromosomes, they became fertile. He expected this plant to exhibit a root of radish. Do you follow? It is a root part of the plant. As you know, radish is a root part of the plant. When scientists crossed, kindly follow carefully. When scientists crossed radish and cabbage, he wanted a radish root and cabbage leaf. See here, that is what is given. He expected this plant to exhibit root of radish and leaves of cabbage, which would make the entire plant edible. But it was not happening. What happened? Leaf of radish and the root of cabbage was formed. So he was greatly disappointed. Okay. So next we have the successful condition of triticale. Depending on polyploidy level, triticale can be divided into 3 conditions. They are tetraploidy, where the cross made between diploid wheat and rye. Hexaploidy, the cross made between tetraploid wheat and triticum durum and rye. So, why we are making this condition? Octoploidy, the cross between hexaploidy and wheat triticum aestivum. Okay, hexaploidy triticale hybrid plants demonstrate characteristics of macaroni wheat and also rye. Okay, so they combine to produce high protein content wheat. So the amino acid lysine, which is low in wheat, is getting increased with the help of this combination of rye. Okay, so there is a cross between tetraploid triticum and the diploid condition of the rye. They produce the gametes. Once it is fused to form 3x, that is triploid condition, and doubling of triploid condition forms hexaploidy, which yields more in number of seeds. Okay, so that is about hexaploid condition exhibited by this triticum or triticale. So you can see the significance of polyploidy is one of the important questions. Many polyploids are more vigorous, that is they grow faster and adaptable than diploid. Many ornamental plants are autotetraploids. Large flowers, longer flower duration are seen. Autopolyploids have increase in fresh weight due to more water content. Aneuploids are useful to determine the phenotypic effect. Okay, so of loss of grain and the different chromosomes. Many angiosperms are allopolyploids and they play a role in evolution of plants. Structural changes. The change in the chromosome structure, they are called as chromosomal aberration. Structural variation caused by addition or deletion of the part of the chromosome leading to rearrangement of genes are called as structural chromosomal aberration. It occurs due to ionizing radiation or chemical compounds. On the basis of Brake's reunion of chromosome, there are 4 types of aberration is described. It is very easy. Yeah, you can see deletion, removal, terminal deletion. Tip of the chromosome is getting deleted. Follow? So intercalary deletion, in between the chromosome is getting deleted. Follow? So here the tip is not there. Okay, this is the normal chromosome. This is what is a normal chromosome. Yeah, in this condition, the tip is not seen. Okay, so it is terminal deletion. Here, in between one segment is missing. So it is called as intercalary deletion. Okay, so the next condition which is present here is the duplication. Duplication is the same kind is formed again. So again here it is a normal condition. Then tandem is the repetition of the same. BC is already there and this is repeated. Okay, reverse. Reverse is BC. Again we expect BC to appear, but it is CB. It is twisted. It is reversed. So it is reverse tandem. Okay, and displaced tandem. Here the replica is formed and it is replaced from here or displaced from here. That is called as displaced tandem. These conditions you can learn only from diagram. Okay, so next we have the condition of the tandem duplication, reverse tandem, displaced tandem, then inversion. What is inversion? Okay, it is just getting relocated. It is reversed by 180 degrees. Okay, it is reversed by 180 degrees. Okay, so that is what we call it as inversion. That occurs and it is reported from Drosophila. Paracentric inversion. You can see here paracentric inversion. Here this centrosome is not involved. Okay, only the segment which is present on top is getting involved. It is paracentric. Follow? So here pericentric, the middle portion, centromere portion is getting involved, then it is called as pericentric inversion. Understood? So that is about the mutation of the inversion type. Then we have the condition called translocation. Trans, movement, location. From one place to another, it is just getting transferred from one location to another location. Simple translocation. A single break is made in only one chromosome. The broken segments gets attached to end of non-homologous chromosome. We can learn from the diagram as such. Heterozygous translocation. Follow? Here we have the chromosomes. First you can see this is the middle portion. It is a normal condition where the homozygous translocation and heterozygous translocation occurs. Follow? So the heterozygous translocation, one segment there, one chromosome, there is no translocation at all. But in another segment there is a translocation occurring. Then it is called as heterozygous translocation. Homozygous translocation, both the chromosomes, the translocation occurs. It is called as homozygous translocation. We shall read here. Simple translocation, shift translocation, reciprocal translocation. Single break is made in only one chromosome. The broken segment gets attached to the end of non-homologous chromosomes. Shift translocation, broken segment of one chromosome gets inserted interstitially and non-homologous chromosome. A reciprocal translocation, it involves mutual exchange of chromosomes between non-homologous chromosome. Okay, so that is about translocation. Also called as illegitimate crossing over. Okay, so then we have homozygous involved, that is called as homozygous, and only one of the chromosome of a pair involved, it is heterozygous translocation. So translocation play a major role in the formation of species. Okay, so with this, third lesson is over. In today's class, we have learnt about mutagenic agent. So these mutagenic agents are of two types, physical and chemical. Then we have seen about mutation, point mutation and chromosomal aberration. So chromosomal aberration and its types. Chromosome may get changed with their structure or it may get changed with their numbers. That all those things we have learnt in detail. With this, third lesson is over. So you can take notes when you listen to the class and copy down the questions from question bank and submit for your classwork correction. Thank you, students.